Hello, this is Anthony Davis with another announcement video for my YouTube channel. A warm welcome. Today is Monday the 23rd of October. A warm welcome if you're joining me. As you know, this is a recorded live video. Right, okay then, this is my announcements of what's happening on here, which I'll be giving a group of the week and contribute a week. Also birthday announcements, a tiny bit of Doctor Who news to tell you about, updates, also my sci-fi DVD collection. Yesterday I did me Hammer Horror and Horror. Now moving on to my sci-fi. And then it's a Doctor Who quiz question as well as the answer from yesterday's quiz question. And then it's your comments, which is more important than anything, and what's coming up. Right, so I'm going to get on with it. And remember, I'm trying to do this quick anyway, this video. I want to beat my time of 12:56. So I might suddenly say, right, goodbye. Just like that, just so I can beat the time. Right, okay then, let's get on with it. Right, Monday the 23rd of October it is. And this is when I do group of the week and contribute of the week for last week. All the nominees that came on for group and nominees for contributor. So here they are. Right, we'll start off with group of the week, nominees for group of the week. Right, here we go. Doctor Who Infinity, the Batman group, Sarah Jane Adventures group, the Fans of the Master, the Katie Manning group, and frilly shirts and smoking and velvet smoking jackets. The John Pertwee is the third Doctor. A bit of a mouthful, isn't it? Right, and the one that I've chosen for group of the week for Monday the 16th of October to Sunday the 22nd of October is Fans of the Master. Congratulations to them. Right now, contributor of the week. These are the nominees. Richard Ditchburn, Warren Green, Philip Cregan, Phoebe Stokes, Jeff Kames, and of course Ruka Trek. And the lucky one that I've chosen here for contributor of the week will go to Warren Green. Well done to him. And I'll be posting it on Facebook, obviously Instagram, obviously Twitter, and my story. So congratulations for them getting group and contributors of the week. Right, okay, moving on, birthday announcements. Not many celebrating their birthdays as far as I know, but we've got three here. I've got Richard Riley celebrating his birthday. I've got Rick Saha, you might know, on Facebook. He's celebrating his birthday. And I've got a Douglas Meacham who's celebrating his birthday at the age of 64. Right, well done to them. Wish them well. Right, okay, moving on to some Doctor Who news. And, well, is it Doctor Who news? It's basically a quote, really, from David Tennant. David Tennant says the specials are Russell's off the leash. In other words, what I make of that is basically it's like stories no other than what you remember when he was doing Doctor Who first time around. You know, like the stories are going to be a little bit more sort of in another direction. David Tennant, if you expect to see David Tennant as he was as a Doctor, you're going to be mistaken. He's going to be changed. His character's changed for these 60th anniversaries. He's going to be sort of more serious, none of that jokey stuff. It's all going to be sort of one direction. It's all aimed at shall I say, smoothing the road for Nishuti Gatwa, because obviously it's, I don't know, could it be political why he's got the job in the first place, you know? But nevertheless, in my opinion, it's going to be something you are not expecting from these three anniversary specials. I wasn't expecting him to return, actually, so really I wasn't surprised when Russell T Davies got the job. That I thought he was going to bring something back, and he brought something back all right, didn't he? He brought David Tennant. In other words, what they're doing is they're sort of saying a final farewell to David Tennant, Catherine Tate, and all the old team that first time around, and they thought this would be a good idea to bring them all back again for one last hurrah, you know. So basically that's what it means, really, but not much news to tell you about. As I said, only facts with me, not speculation. Right, okay then, moving on to updates. Now I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is that page, the Sarah Jane, Lee Anthony Davis, the Sarah Jane Adventures page has now stopped at 42 followers. So I've got to do a bit more work on that to draw people in. But there's good news on the Lee Anthony Davis to Sarah Jane Adventures group. That's gone up to 35 members, so I'm really glad about that. Thank you very much. As I said, it's bad news. Instagram hasn't moved, so what's the point in telling you that? If you see me other videos, you know the number, don't you? Right, but there is good news on one of my pages. Remember when I was doing updates on my Lee Anthony Davis, the Doctor Who page, and Lee Anthony Davis, the Doctor Who group? Well, the Lee Anthony Davis page has now reached a staggering 150 followers. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I do put some good stuff on there, videos, comments, posts, images, image galleries, you know, a lot of music with it. Yes, I do. And I don't get done by the Copyright Act because it's within the guidelines, I can assure you. Right, okay then. But thank you for following me on that. That's 150. Let's hope I can do the same with Sarah Jane page as well. Right, okay then. That's the updates over and done with. Now it's time for my Sci-Fi DVD collection. Here, I'm a fan of sci-fi, by the way. Yes. This is my favourite, The Time Machine, H.G. Wells, classic stuff. Rod Taylor, brilliant portrayal of H.G. Wells himself. And it's quite brilliant in special effects. For its time in 1960 when it was made, it was brilliant. But that's what the future could hold for us or not hold for us. You know, we've got a choice, as we say. But here's another classic, Ray Harryhausen's At His Best, with the special effects in The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Marvellous stuff, black and white, of course. Here's the one they called Them. This was obviously giant ants through an atomic bomb explosion, increasing their size because obviously they're thriving heat. And they could have infested mankind and took over the world, but luckily for us, we found the nest and destroyed it. In other words, incinerated it with a flamethrower. Right, this is another classic, Forbidden Planet. So many things have been copied off this, including Doctor Who and stuff like that. Well, Planet of Evil was actually a rip-off from this, wasn't it? But it was a great film. This is introduced us to Robbie the Robot, as he was then. He's known as the robot in Lost in Space, but that's where Robbie made it. Well, he didn't. I think there was a sort of series that he made. He was on that called The Lost Boy. I don't know what it was called, but it was a 1950s sort of sci-fi thing, and he was on that. He made his debut there, but he really went to international acclaim when he was on that. So that film was a real classic. Here's another one, War of the Worlds, H.G. Wells again. This one is not bad. Now, special effects on this are next to nothing. They really are fantastic. Gene Barry plays the lead role. He plays a scientist racing around the clock to stop these aliens. Apparently, what it was is that they weren't. They had no immune system, or should I say, they had no defence against our bacteria. That's what killed them in the end. I saw the LP one. I listened to the LP one, The War of the Worlds, with I think it was Jeff Waynes who played the music. It went to #1 in 1989. But also Richard Burton on the cover as well. On doing the narrating, brilliant stuff. And this one finally is this Island Earth, another classic film about aliens pretending to be human beings, needing the best scientists to take back to the planet before it gets destroyed by another race they're fighting against. But sadly, it doesn't happen. It does happen. They lose. Right, okay then. But great films. They are my classic selection. I'll bring you some more sci-fi tomorrow. Right, coming up to my Doctor Who quiz question. Remember, which was the adventure that was never made? The answer was Sharda, as it was never, because of the industrial strikes and stuff. It stopped broadcasting, and they didn't get it complete. But they did some animation to fill in the gaps when they brought out the DVD. But yes, it was the only one that never got made properly. Right, moving on to another Doctor Who quiz question. Name me 3 characters that travelled in the TARDIS. Not long. One of them did, but I want to know the name of the 3 of them that were killed off. They're the only 3 that were killed off. So there you have it. Right, so that's a question. Right, now for your comments. This is more important. This is what I like reading. And so here we go. Right, the first comment is, I love the way the water spins off the tyres for avid effectiveness. Yes, I like them as well. It's quite good. Talking about PS2, by the way, on Gran Turismo, which I've been putting videos up on. I'll be putting up, I'll tell you in a minute. But yes, they are quite good, aren't they? For what it is, I mean, it's an old, it must be about 10, 15 years old, that game. But yeah, here's another one. Watching this has put me in the mood to play this, so I think I've got this version on my PS5. Yes, probably. That I've got it as well, by the way. So if I can find the time, I'll put that on as a trailer as well. So anyway, moving from away from the PS2 comments, moving on to Lost in Space. I'm just going to read this quickly. I think I've got some comments here. Yes, I have. Oh, I've got one. I see Smith finally made it to hell after all. Yes, he did, didn't he? This is the one where at the end he plays this harp what's left there, and obviously Will warns him not to touch it. The robot says, "Warning, warning, danger," and he flips the harp with his finger to make that noise, and then suddenly he finds himself in hell. You always thought he was going to end up there, didn't you? Yeah, anyway, thank you for that. My last comments come from my announcement video, this sort of announcement video, and I'm just going to read them now. I've got two here. Brilliant. And this one, how unfortunately you managed to finish this video at the same time. Yeah, I did, didn't I? I finished this video at the same time as the last one yesterday, exactly 12:56. I couldn't believe it. I thought I just shaved a couple of seconds off, but I didn't. Yes, thank you for pointing that out. That's Alan Seymour. Oh yeah, and I love those horror DVDs that you showed on your collection. Yes, I love them as well myself. You probably got some yourself. But anyway, moving on to another question, another comment. Quickly, that's true. What makes Doctor Who for me is the writers to scare the living daylights out of the kids. And speaking for myself as well, I used to have sleepless nights when just press that button to continue it. When I was 7, thinking one of those will burst into my bedroom and frighten the living death out of me. And well, he didn't say that, but I've just put another word to it. And the answer to the Doctor Who question is Shada. Well done. So that's your comments for today. Thank you very much for giving your time for that. Coming up, I've got Lost in Space, Doctor Who excerpt, and PlayStation 2 trailer. It's time for me to go. I'm well in within my time. I've done it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you at the same time tomorrow, hopefully. Bye for now.